is an intensely scientific object due to its physical and chemical characteristics. I have been a professor of electrochemistry at the Polytechnic of Turin. I have been studying the Holy Shroud as far as back of my elementary school with my grandmother. I often ask myself, what about the many excellent scientists that during the last 400 years have built our glorious scientific culture and then have died? Where did they go? My parents have died. Now at my age, in a few years, I will die too. Where do we go? The greatest answer is the Holy Shroud. That is the most important evidence of the resurrection or a life beyond death. I remember the response of Jesus to the good thief. Today you will be with me in paradise. The veneration of the Holy Shroud is highly emotional. Think that is the only true portrait of Jesus that we have. The difficulty of studying it is that the image of the Holy Shroud is too rich of information to be fully explained with the current science. Certainly, something very important must have happened that produced the image. Therefore, to approach the study of the Holy Shroud, one must be fully aware that there is no other object more important than it. I like to think of it as the science touches face. Okay. The image is a double human figure, frontal and dorsal, that can be seen in the center of the cloth. The image has approximately 30 special characteristics, half of which we are not yet able to reproduce with the technology of today. The image is made up of a very thin layer of oxide, the formation mechanism of which has not been discovered today. It is very peculiar that reading the image is impossible from a close-up distance. While moving away, you can see well from 3 meters. This is the reason why the pictorial representations are ugly, very bad looking. They are not remotely comparable to the original. Unfortunately, on the sides you can see 2 dark lines with triangular holes produced by the fire of 1532. The numerous wounds and blood stains match the description of the Gospel of the Passion. It was the most terrible crime committed by man in history. The Holy Shroud confirms scientifically that the Gospel is indeed true. The result of scientific research over the last 125 years and those in progress confirm that the Holy Shroud is the burial cloth of Jesus. The 1998 carbon-14 analysis was conducted on a non-representative cover of the cloth. But unfortunately, erroneous news has caused immense damage to the Christianity. While everyone certainly knows that a technology-ignorant 1300 alchemist could never have done it, many incipient people still doubt. Technically, conceptually, statistically, the Holy Shroud make no sense in a medieval work. Another recent proof of the result of the comparison between X-ray analysis of the thread of Holy Shroud and the thread of Masada near Jerusalem, which are practically the same. The image still has much more to tell us, but due to the current slowness of scientific research, we'll have to wait longer. We must not call it a mystery, but the reason for the lack of understanding is our mental laziness. The progress of scientific research on the Holy Shroud were still in the infancy of science, with mistakes being done with low technology attempts. Furthermore, with much sorrow, I have to say that there are dishonest, agnostic, atheists, and negationists that hamper the progress of research. Also, it is a very serious sin that theology has not yet included the Holy Shroud among the documentary evidence that tells us about Jesus. In the index of the Bible, the latest 2014 Italian edition, there are not even the headwork entry for Holy Shroud. Finally, our goal is to make the knowledge of the glory of God shine in the countenance of Jesus. I ask your pardon for saying that we must continue to study the Holy Shroud in order to be prepared as possible for the meeting with God.